4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
Welcome to the 5th episode of KlikCast. I think this weather is a great way to introduce to you our first preview of the day. It's called Sub-Zero, created by Willy. Let's go check it out. Alright, and our next guest is Willy. He's been working on a new game called Sub-Zero 2, and we're just gonna ask him a couple of questions about it. There we go.
Oh.
Hi there, Willy.
Hey, Lucas.
Hey, how are you doing?
Just fine, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. So how's your Saturday going so far?
It's been great.
Yeah?
Just working on Sub-Zero condition.
Yeah, so you've been working on the Sub-Zero 2 game for quite a while now.
That's right.
Can you tell us what the game is about?
Sub-Zero Condition is a top-view action horror game that I released back in 2005 for the Evolution competition on KlikMe. It won first place and it got a lot of good feedback. And because of its success, I decided to make a sequel. But this time around, I've not been bound by any competition deadline or anything like that. So I've been working for a year and a half, just trying to make a good game and a good sequel. I also decided to keep the Evolution theme from the last one. So in this new version, the main character, Jason, is still evolving. As you remember more of his past, his physical abilities are also changing. So throughout the game, Jason mutates uncontrollably, giving him temporarily dominating powers over his new enemy, which he finds out early in the game is a small private army founded by this organization. And he's giving small clues throughout the game about the plans of this organization and what really went down in this city.
So the game is quite bigger than the previous one.
Yeah, it's quite bigger, yeah.
What would you say is the biggest difference between this part and your previous game there?
Well, the graphics are slightly improved. Instead of 4 directional characters, I've added 8 directional characters, and the levels has more details added to them, as well as some particle effects improvements and stuff like that. It's also about 1 hour and a half of gameplay time. This means I've had to add lots of different gameplay ideas in order to keep it fresh, such as snow scooter levels, the puzzle levels, horror themed levels, action themed levels, and stuff like that. I also decided to add an overview map of the 3 different zones in the game. You know, like those you played on Super Mario and Donkey Kong Country and the Super Nintendo. And these are done by myself, though. I'm not good enough to make such advanced artwork. It's actually done by some other talented kid who's doing them right now.
Oh, great.
Aside, it's basically the same game. This time I have time to add various features and details that a competition deadline kept me from doing in Sub-Zero Condition 1.
Yeah, you got a bit more time there.
Yeah, right.
And Willy, when can people expect the game?
I don't really know. It should be out real soon, though. I'm just testing out, fixing and tweaking some bugs and detail adding and stuff like that.
Is there anything you would like to say to all the clickers out there?
Sure. Keep doing the KlikCast and download the Sub-Zero Condition. It should be out real soon.
Perfect. Well, Willy, thank you so much for doing the interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we'll talk to you later.
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
While it's safe to say that Sub-Zero 2 is going to be a great game, however, since I'm surrounded by ice and snow, I think it's time we're going to review a game that's based on some warmer weather. Alright, follow me. From the cold into the heat with Smash Face Volley, a new game created by Beppo. In this fun game you must compete in a volley competition. At the start you can pick one of the many characters to play with, and there are even some characters to unlock. A second player can also join in on the fun, or you can play against the computer. The game has great colorful graphics, and while it has a bit of a steep learning curve, once you get the hang of it how to smash the ball across the field, things quickly pick up from there. If you win a match, you continue on, and to mix things up, there are also lots of areas besides the beach to explore. Also, the playing fields get harder as you have to learn to slide to catch your ball. While the fun factor can be limited against a computer, if you start playing this game against a friend, you can have hours of smashing fun together with this great game. Smash Face Volley gets a 4.5 stars out of 5. A new legacy awaits you. This game, created by Shroomlock, is an RPG game in the style of Final Fantasy where you get to fight it out in random battles while trying to uncover a creepy mystery. The game starts out as a meteor blasts its way into the once peaceful city of Flanville. Now it's up to you and your friends to uncover the secrets it holds. While the game is a big download, it's worth it. The graphics are amazing, and as soon as the game starts, you will be humming along the cool music and having a great time taking part in the story and battles that are waiting for you. The game also has an automatic save feature, so if you have to take a break, the game picks up where you left off the next time you play. The game has many quests that will keep you busy for a long time. With so much to see and do, we happily give 4.5 stars out of 5. Oh wow, look at that folks, we're getting a special incoming call from Francois. Let's go have a chat with him.
Hello?
Hi there Francois, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm in Åhktan now with Jeff and DT, and we went to a restaurant, and we're back at the room now.
Are you at a conference right now where you're showing off Multimedia Fusion?
Yes, DT is going to make a conference on Thursday morning, I think, and is going to show the interface and how it works to people that will come and see him.
Oh, that's very exciting. Are lots of people attending there?
We don't know how many. It might be 10, it might be 100, we don't know. Or 2.
Well, let's hope for hundreds and hundreds of people for DT.
Oh, yeah.
So, how do you like your visit so far?
Well, the journey was very long and my plane was cancelled, so it was a bit annoying. This morning we set up the stand and we went to buy some trousers so that we all have a same dress code. So it was a good day. The show starts only tomorrow.
Oh, the show starts tomorrow. Okay, that's great.
Yep.
So, Francois, anything new going on with Click Team? I heard there's some new things going on with the Blu-ray.
Well, I'm working on the Blu-ray runtime right now, and I was very happy the last days because I got my first bouncing ball on the Blu-ray player.
Oh, great!
It worked well, so I'm sure we'll have a good product for Blu-ray. It certainly will bring a lot of possibilities to production studios with very simple to use, etc. So multimedia fusion can bring a lot of things to them.
Yeah, so when they're using it even for their movies, even like an extra feature, they can now use the Java application on the Blu-ray disc?
Yes, that's it. Your Blu-ray player can play Java applications. Mm-hmm. So with Multimedia Fusion, you'll be able to create games for bonus parts of the Blu-rays, or you will be also able to create menus.
Did you have some professional parties already interested in the product?
Well, the people I've been talking to at different conferences, they were quite interested, yeah.
Okay, well that's great. So you'll be there for the rest of the week?
Yes, my plane back is on Sunday.
On Sunday, okay. Great, Francois. Be sure to take lots of pictures for us so we can show them.
Yes, Jeff has got his camera, so he will take pictures.
Okay, great. Francois, anything you would like to say to all the listeners out there?
Well, not really. Just tell them that we're working as best as possible to get the hardware and Java runtime out really soon. So, and with Java for mobile phone, etc. So it's going to be quite exciting this year.
Perfect. Well, we all can't wait. All right, Francois, well, I think we're gonna wrap things up.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking the call. Have a great time in the US.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll talk to you again later and have a safe trip back to France.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. I want to welcome you to Coyote Village, a great platformer created by Hishnak back in 2005. In the game, your twin brother has been kidnapped by a horrible dragon. It's your job to find him and save him. The game has some great graphics and plays really well. There are multiple ways to kill your enemies, and there's even some puzzle solving to be done by moving some boxes to get to certain platforms. As you continue on in the game, you also gain the ability to collect more weapons that you can use. The game has 3 worlds, each featuring 3 levels, and the best thing is that your game is saved once you complete a world. With so much to see and do, we highly recommend for you to check out Coyote Village. This game gets 5 stars out of 5. Åhktan is an action platformer with high-resolution graphics. The action comes quick and fast, and you have to react quick since a lot of enemies will be coming your way. This is not an easy game. Luckily, there are save points scattered throughout the game. There are a couple of issues with this game, however. While the graphics are excellent, the main engine could be worked on a little more. Also, there are some level design issues. The game, in my opinion, gets too hard too quickly. While you do get further in the game when you try often enough, you will see that game over screen too many times. However, besides that, this is still a fun action game to play. If you don't mind the difficulty level, then this is a game for you. Åhktan will get a 3 stars out of 5. What a fun game this is. It's like Command & Conquer but with penguins. War of Antarctica is a real-time strategy game where you have to defend Antarctica from the evil wild boars. The game has fantastic graphics and a very well-made engine. The game starts off easy, introducing you to the various gameplay elements, and it even has a tutorial to show you how everything is done. It's a big download, but worth it.
Find me a good spot.
What is also great about this game is that if you get tired of playing for the penguins, you can just go ahead and switch sides. There are 10 levels in total to keep you busy for a long time. War of Antarctica gets 5 stars out of 5. Hi there, Dave.
Hey, alright.
Hi, it's Rickis.
What's up, baby?
Nothing much, how are you?
Good.
Anything interesting happened so far?
No.
So,
it's freezing cold where I am.
It's
but that's
cold?
not very interesting.
So, we've been hearing that you're now hard at work on a special edition of Castlevania, is that correct?
That's correct.
Alright, can you tell us what the main difference will be between the original and the special edition?
Well, there's a couple of differences. The big things, as I took a lot of the criticism that the first game got, as far as like now it works and it looks more realistic. Another thing is the invincibility after when you get hit, so that now you have about 4 seconds of invincibility, and it makes the game a lot easier to play. Mm-hmm. Those are like kind of the behind the scenes to the engine fixes. And then there's a lot of other things too. There's going to be a couple of new areas, new boss monsters, and some minor enemies too.
Okay, well that sounds great. Do you have any time frame on when it will be completed?
Oh boy. I kind of don't want to say when it's going to come out because as soon as I do, then it won't be ready.
Okay. On top of the special edition, you're also working slowly on a second part of the game, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And how is that progressing so far?
It was coming along pretty well. Actually, when I was working on the second part, it kind of made me realize all the things that I needed to fix on the first part, which is what the special edition really is all about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I worked so hard on it, but in replaying it, I could kind of tell what parts needed to be fixed. It just didn't feel right playing it anymore after the improvements that we made with the second game, you know? Yeah, so we have basically like the basic inventory down, and there's one kind of giant room that we have for a testing room, and it gets to jump around and do all kinds of things, test out the new weapons and new powers and stuff.
Oh, sounds great. And you told everyone that the graphic style will be slightly different as well?
Yes. Well, I could tell you, but it kind of would give away some pretty big spoilers, so just in case anyone hasn't won the first game, I didn't want to give it away.
Okay, so yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it does take place right after the first one ends, almost exactly right after it.
After the success of the first one, there's been talk that you're gonna make the second one a shareware game. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I would. I'd like to, and see what happens. You know, I know it's not exactly a very popular idea, especially in the Daily Click. But I'm hoping that people will cut me some slack and buy my stuff.
Well, there have been several very successful Click games that were in shareware, so great. So Dave, I think we're gonna wrap things up soon. Is there anything you would like to say to all the listeners out there?
Yes, actually. Well, not me, but someone would like to say something. Hold on one second.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Hello, people. It is I, Count Dracula. I just wanted to thank you all for trying out my game. And you all kick copious amounts of ass. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Count. All right, Dave and Count Dracula, thank you so much for doing the interview, and hopefully until next time.
All right, hey, thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.